So this is Friction.
And this is Metrik.
And we're celebrating 18 years of Hospital Records.
Legacy came about through just a mutual interest in getting in the studio together and trying out some tracks, and we actually made a couple of tracks, and this was one of them. It's got that kind of classic old school house sound, piano sound, so that's kind of where the track started, and it was like a working title, Legacy, and it that kind of worked out quite well for the compilation, really.
Yeah, it's kind of nice when a working title actually kind of sticks. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the time the working titles, from my tunes anyway, have always been rubbish. So actually, and you're like, oh no, I've got to think of a proper name for this, but it's nice to actually have a working title that we've stuck with. So yeah, and it fits it definitely fits the tune. Yeah, I don't think there's anything better as a music producer working with a fellow peer that you respect and that you enjoy that person's music, and kind of creating a sound together and vibing off that together is like, that's kind of, for me, it's why I make music. You can create a really good vibe from it, and yeah, definitely enjoy it more than kind of online sending Logic projects and waiting for someone to work and then going, have you looked at that project yet? It's nicer to actually work together, for sure.
It's quite a long process to nail the mix down, but I think quite a big part of that was the fact that it's literally been through 2 studios. So we started in one studio, moved it to the next one.
Well, a bit of mine as well.
And a bit of yours actually,
yeah.
So there was definitely a bit of adjusting to the different environments in order to get the right sort of dynamic to the sound. Will we collaborate again is the question.
I don't think so, mate. We don't really get on that well. Studio, this doesn't really work that well, as it? No, absolutely. Whenever, I think you've got your album to do.
Yeah, I'm sort of headlong into my album at the moment, but I think we should set aside some time, do another Legacy.
Your favourite release on Hospital?
My favourite release would probably have to be London Elektricity, $1 Billion Gravy. It was probably the first album I actually listened to from Hospital Records. Quite a big album for me, when I was living in Brighton and driving around on the hot summer nights, just blazing out my car and stuff. So yeah, that was...
Return of Forever High Contrast.
Why?
Oh, I knew you were going to let me go into it. It kind of means a lot to me. It was for me when Hospital really kind of announced itself as one of the leading drum and bass labels for me. Just a timeless bit of music. And not only when Hospital announced themselves as a D&B label, when High Contrast announced himself as one of the leading D&B producers, it was just a timeless record that I can listen to again and again and again. What is your most memorable moment from a Hospital event?
Probably walking up to the stage at Brixton Academy wearing a boxing gown for the final.
I thought you were going to say wearing my boxer shorts.
Yeah.
I did see the pictures actually. That looked great.
Yeah, that was such a standout event, a really special occasion. And how would you say D&B has changed over the last 18 years?
I think one thing D&B has always managed to do is kind of lead the way as far as production and style. And I think it's kind of rolled with the times a little bit as well over the years, and they're always there, and there's always parties, and there's always busy shows and nights and lots of music, and that's what I love about it.
Well, kind of following on from what you said, really, drum and bass has always tried to be at the pinnacle, and I think it's just continued to strive, to kind of push the envelope and get bigger. The scope of styles has become broader, and I think the one great thing about it is it hasn't failed to be exciting. Year upon year, it always delivers some of the most.
A birthday message for Hospital?
Oh, just I'm honoured to be part of such an amazing label, and look forward to the future years, and happy 18th birthday.
Massive birthday shouts to Hospital, and for everything that the label's done, all of the artists, and being a massive part of the drum and bass scene for the last 18 years and doing it brilliantly, basically.